threat at the moment to the legal system amongst many other threats. One of them in particular is that it is about to shrink dramatically in terms of the range of people who are going to be practicing within it.
We are entering a crisis point, and it's this. The Legal Aid Fund gives access to justice, and the government thinks that it's a soft target and it won't lose votes if it cuts the Legal Aid Fund.
Proposed changes to criminal legal aid will mean that small firms up and down the country will be driven out.
Economic, political, every social background as well is likely to be shrunk down to those people that the proposals will allow to continue to practice, and that's generally going to be the economically privileged.
For the first time in my life as a barrister, I'm having to speak as a black man. I've never had to do that before.
Legal aid payments to those who work in criminal legal aid have been savagely cut over the last 5 years by about 35%. There are ways of saving money that do not involve these cuts.
We have a voice that we want Mr. Grayling to hear. He won't talk to us. He won't talk to the barristers. He won't talk to the solicitors.
We couldn't continue with the margins if they were further decreased as proposed, and so we would have to close.
People will then wonder, well, this isn't a job for me. All those stereotypes I heard about were right. This is a rich man's job. It's not a job for somebody who doesn't have a huge cushion of wealth behind them.
It's going to have a disproportionate impact on parts of the community that have had to work harder to succeed, and one of those parts is the black lawyer community.
Black and minority ethnic lawyers have historically practiced in small firms because that's where they were able to practice. And those firms are the ones that are going to be closed down.
Here in Bristol, when I started out as a baby barrister 27 years ago, there were no black lawyers working in criminal defence firms. It was a time of social upheaval.
I've heard from the police, representatives of local communities and voluntary sector organisations that the absence of such legal representatives in times of social stress will fuel perceptions of inequality and alienation in those communities.
Times have moved on and times are much better, but we shouldn't go backwards.
It is from the pool of lawyers that our future judges are chosen. So if the black and Asian and ethnic minority lawyers go, what is our judiciary going to look like? The significance of this question becomes clear when we consider a study produced by the Ministry of Justice in November 2013. That study showed that black and Asian defendants are almost 20% more likely to be sent to jail than those who are white. It also showed that the average sentence given to Caucasian criminals is 7 months shorter than those given to Afro-Caribbean offenders.
People should stop it. It's not about money. It's about culture. It's about justice. It's about fairness. Those are all concepts which we as British people, as pals, and enjoy. One man can't destroy it. One man shouldn't destroy it.
We challenge the government to research this issue candidly, properly and fully, and to demonstrate, if it be the case, that its proposals will not have the effect we describe. It will help if, as we have done, the topic is discussed directly and openly with those concerned. We've heard nothing.